Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Joel Wiessner, your host for the new show called What's Up Weekly. On this show, each week we talk about the people, places, things, and events that make Central Florida, and especially Ocala, such a fantastic place to be. Today we are here at the beautiful Silver Springs State Park. With me on this show is Nick Robinson. He's from Coldwell Banker, and he is the Commercial Services Advisor. We have Arden Tilghman, who is the President and CEO of Silver Springs Management. We also have Katrina Ganzler, who is the Director of Business Development at United Way. And to my left, on the far side there, is Julie Annette. She is the President and Founder of Horse and Pet Journal. On our show, each week, we all come to the table here with a new topic to talk about, and we all talk about a couple of our different questions. To start off with, we're going to jump over to Nick Robinson here. Nick, tell us a little bit about your history and some of the things that you'll be talking about, and also what you'll be talking about today.
Sure, Joel. As Joel said, I'm Nick Robinson, and I am the Commercial Services Advisor for Coldwell Banker Commercial here in Ocala. I specialize in all facets of commercial real estate, but mainly in land development, office, and retail services. So I'm going to be your host for the business and political news segment of this show. So as we go through the shows, we're going to talk about a whole litany of different things. Anything that has to do with business, downtown, what's going on in the area from that perspective, as well as some politics once we get into the political season. So Joel, the first topic I think we're going to talk about today is actually Ashley Farms, or what was formerly known as Ashley Farms, which today is Trilogy at Ocala Preserve.
Nick, tell me a little bit about Shea Builders in general. Are they new to the Ocala area?
Actually, yes, Shea is new to the area, Shea Homes. They're the largest privately owned commercial, residential developer in the nation. And they have acquired what was formerly the old Ashley Farms off of Northwest 27th or Old Blitchton Road. And it's going to be about 1,700 homes. And they acquired it from WCI Properties, which was marketing it back in late 2007. And as we all know, the housing market and the economy started really going downhill, and they really just couldn't hold it. So it was acquired back. And Shea Homes is going to start a master plan community there.
So in their master plan, what type of activities and what all would the neighborhood bring here to Ocala?
Well, they're going to, first of all, they're going to build 1,700 homes total over a 10-year phased build out. And they're going to have a golf course. That's going to be one of their main things. But really, this is a lifestyles community. And what that means is it's master planned. Parts of that will be a retirement section or 55 and up. But then a majority of that is actually going to be open to anyone. So they're going to really focus on the lifestyles portion. A lot of people today in communities are not just golfers. They enjoy doing everything from playing tennis to jogging to cycling. And so we're going to have, I believe they're going to have 25 plus miles total of different trails, tennis courts, all kinds of stuff.
That's exciting.
So if they have this plan and this huge community to be developed over 10 years, when are there going to be some models available? When can we start seeing what they're bringing?
Well, according to the guys over at Shea, they have said that they're going to be rolling out and starting to build models here shortly, and they hope to have several of them actually up and completed by about November of this year so people can come in and tour them.
Wow.
Wow, that's pretty exciting. Well, Nick, we appreciate the information there. Real quick, we're going to take a commercial break, and after that, we'll hear from Arden Tilghman, the President and CEO of Silver Springs Management. Stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Arden Tilghman. I am the President and CEO of Silver Springs Management. And today, for my topic, we're going to talk a little bit about what's actually happening at Silver Springs State Park. We have a lot of new activities, and the park is undergoing renovation, and we get a whole lot of questions about what is actually taking place in our park.
Arden, tell us a little bit about what has changed here at the park. I know everybody's been asking us, what activities do you have? How do we get events there? What's coming up in the future? I know the old company here had a lot of stuff that's quite different than what we have now. Maybe just run through some of the activities that we have here.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. You know, what has happened here in the park has been a significant renovation. Before, as everyone knows, there used to be exotic animals, there were captive animals, but the park and the Department of Environmental Protection, which is the agency that owns the park, has gone through a great initiative to return the park back to its natural state. We're focusing very much on natural Florida and the plants and animals that would be found here in the wild. In addition to restoring the park to its natural beauty, it is our job as the official concessionaire of Silver Spring State Park to offer activities and things for guests to come in and enjoy while they're here.
You mentioned activities. Is kayaking, you know, we've seen kayakers in and out here. How long is the kayak path, and what can someone expect when they come out here and rent a kayak?
Well, you know, one of the beautiful things about the park here and canoeing or kayaking in it is you can spend as much time or as little time and be as new to kayaking or a seasoned pro as you can imagine. So we do offer kayaks and canoes for rent, and some of our guests come out and just paddle around and enjoy the head spring, which is beautiful. And then we have some more advanced paddlers who will go all the way down to the boat basin or Ray's Wayside, which is about 5 miles from here. So one of the more exciting things we've just added on is a guided tour.
Oh, cool.
So if some of our less experienced paddlers are maybe interested in getting out there and seeing more of the river but aren't quite comfortable going on their own, that's a service that we can offer to them now.
That's
Now,
exciting.
can you bring your own kayak if you have one?
Oh, absolutely. This is a state park, and so it is wide open to the public. And so if anybody has their own kayak or canoe, there is an entrance fee and a launch fee that the state collects, but they're welcome to use the same launch that we use.
And what are those rates for kayaking? What does it range from?
Well, the rental rates for our kayaks and canoes start around $14 for the first hour,
Okay.
and you can add incrementally on for each hour, or you can rent for the full day. So really, you can spend just a little bit of money and do an hour, or spend the whole day out here for about $35.
Wow.
Arden, this place is beautiful.
Thank
What
you.
about, I'm thinking, this would be the perfect setting for a family reunion or a wedding. Do we do events like this here?
Oh, absolutely.
Tell me about that.
When I'm trying to describe to people what we actually do here in the park, it's kind of threefold. We of course have that ecotourism component, which I've hit on a little bit, the kayaking, canoeing, hiking, biking. There's trails all over the park, but we also offer social gatherings or special events. So if you want to have everything from a formal wedding all the way to a laid-back family reunion with a picnic out on the lawn, we can offer all of that to guests.
Yeah, and I noticed that the glass bottom boats have been redone. I remember riding them as a child here.
Yes, yes.
They're beautiful.
They are beautiful, and you know, it never gets less interesting. I've probably been on those boats 24 times since I've been here with the park, and every single time it's just as interesting as the first time. They have been renovated. It's the same boats, but they're newer, cleaner, and spiffier. It's a very enjoyable tour down the river, and it really gives you the vantage point to see some things that you'll never see anywhere else.
And there's now a gift shop and a restaurant that's up and running, correct?
Yes, absolutely. Our storefront, it was part of the revitalization process and the restoration. So we have 3 different food service locations at the storefront. We've got a gift shop, and coming within the next couple of weeks, we're going to have Artisans Corner, which is going to be a gallery that features local artists and art that focuses on the natural resources of Florida.
That's excellent. Now, Arden, let's talk about a little bit about the pricing, because when it was not controlled by the state and was not a state park, you know, the pricing was all kind of all over the place. If I was to bring, you know, what would a family of 4 cost just to come into the park and just enjoy themselves and hang out?
Well, you know, one of the wonderful things for our community is that the entrance fees for this state park are the same as any other state park in
Excellent.
the state of Florida. So it's no longer the $35 admission fee as if you're coming to a theme park. It's just that basic entrance fee. It's about $8 a car. So you can get your entire family into the park for just $8.
Very affordable. That's great.
Certainly is, yeah.
And kayaking is actually one of the things, as you can see with the people right behind us.
Yes,
They're warming up.
absolutely. Yep, the blue kayaks that you see in the back there, Those folks are actually heading over the head spring, which is the point that forces the most amount of water through. There's several springs in the bottom of the river, and they're over the largest one right now.
How much water comes out? I think it was something like 500 million gallons.
Well, that's a very interesting topic, and thank you for asking. This is one of the largest springs in the world. However, the flow varies.
Okay.
It depends on everything from the rainfall to how much water the community surrounding the park is actually using from the aquifer.
Okay.
So at its peak, our spring here was probably generating about 550 million gallons a day. However, today, its flow is about 380 million gallons a day. So obviously that's much less, but our community is developing around it. We've had less rainfall in the past years, so a lot of factors go into that. But still, 380 million gallons is a lot of water.
I mean, that's like enough for a whole small city, I think. Right?
It absolutely is. Yes, it is.
But
And
the state is working to try to improve that, right, with the nitrate levels and so on and so forth, and improve the flow a little bit?
Yep, absolutely. One of the primary goals of the Department of Environmental Protection, our friendly park ranger staff, their entire mission is to preserve and protect the natural resources that we have here. So slowly and surely, they're taking initiatives and educating the public and community about measures that we can take to protect the springs as well as the park around the springs. So it's a pleasure to work with them. We partner with them, and while they spend their time protecting and restoring the resource, we try and make sure it's available to the community that surrounds.
Well, thank you, Arden. I know our viewers are excited to hear about the events that we have coming up in the future. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and after that, we'll hear from Katrina Ganzler. She is the Director of Business Development at United Way. Thank you.
Hi and welcome. My name is Katrina Ganzler, and I am the Director of Business Development at United Way of Marion County. In the next couple of months, I'm actually going to be talking to you about how you can make a difference, maybe expose you to some nonprofits you weren't aware of, as well as some resources that United Way has available.
Katrina, you're talking about resources. I know United Way plays a huge role in the community here. What exactly does United Way do on like a day-to-day basis?
So back in the 50s and 60s, United Way was really an organization that went out and raised money for other nonprofits. We still do that. We're always going to do that, but we're kind of taking a different approach. We want to build the community, make it strong for 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 years from now. So now what we did is we took focus areas, and our focus areas are education, income, and health.
Cool.
We think that those are the building blocks of a good quality life. If you think about it, they go hand in hand. If you don't have a good education, what's going to happen? Your income might suffer. And without health, I mean, income doesn't really matter if you're sick. So actually, I'm sorry, it does matter because it'll be able to take care of you.
Right.
But what we do is we go out and we help fund agencies that circle that focus area.
Okay.
So we do that, and we also do internal programs as well. And some of that's through grants, and some of that is through donations that our community gives us.
Wow. You mentioned United Way has been here that long. Do you guys you have some new changes that I heard about recently with some staffing? I think you have a new president there.
We do. Scott Quintel is our president now. He's from Indiana, and he's working out wonderfully. It was an office full of women, so it's nice to have a guy around, and he has so many bright, visionary sort of ideas. So it's fun to just pick his brain. I think it's very forward thinking, and it's thinking outside the box. So he's been meeting with so many community leaders, and it's going to, I think, lead to good things.
Katrina, the United Way does so many things throughout the community, but I do remember that there's one or two really big fundraising or campaign events that you do every year. Can you tell us just a little bit about that?
Well, we always have our annual kickoff, and that's our campaign kickoff. Typically from, I would say, about July to the new year is when we run campaign. And that means we go out into workplaces such as Publix, which is our biggest contributor, Signature Brands, Closet Made, the Marion County school system, and we give presentations and we inspire their employees, and they are able to give through their paycheck. So that is our big event. But we also have a couple of fundraisers that we've started. There is an affinity group, Women of Worth. They have something called Power of the Purse. Women in purses make a lot of money, a whole lot of money. And then I'm actually in charge of Youth United Way, which is one of the best parts of my job. I get to talk to high school students, they're juniors and seniors. So we have a St. Patty's Day 5K every March that the high school kids actually put on. They go find sponsors and help with the flow of the 5K.
So is there opportunity for the community to get involved and volunteer and help out in many aspects?
Oh, absolutely. There are so many ways to get involved.
And what type of things could they expect to get involved in?
Well, you know, every year we have something called Day of Caring, where you could go out and there's about 60 or 70 projects going on simultaneously, and it could be anywhere from painting to building a fence to reading to children. We have a program called Reading Pals, where it is you go into the school systems once a week and read with your little reading pal, and it's the same kid you get every week. So you're going to be hearing a lot more about these programs and how to get involved. And of course, you could contact me anytime. I love helping people make a difference. You know, we're all in it together. So when we think outside of ourselves and we go out and we help, I believe it kind of inspires us, and then we become a better person.
We can see your passion in that.
Yeah, certainly.
Thank you.
Cool. We appreciate a little bit of that information, Katrina. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, you will hear from Julie Annette. She is the publisher and the owner of Horse and Pet Journal. Stay tuned. What's up, Florida? Join us as we road trip around the Sunshine State to take a look at the events, attractions, and natural wonders that make this state what it is.
Hello and welcome to my segment of Horse and Pet News. We are broadcasting here live at Silver Springs Park in the horse capital of the world, Ocala in Marion County. We're going to be talking in the near future about things and events that are going on in the area of Marion County and throughout the state of Florida. I am the founder and president of Horse and Pet Incorporated, which publishes a monthly magazine, Horse and Pet Journal, and we have a new publication called Horse and Pet Kids Journal that's for the younger generation. Today we're going to talk to you about why Marion County is considered one of the horse capitals of the world.
Cool. Julie, exactly how many different breeds do you think are in Marion County? I know there's a lot of different ones, but...
There's a lot of different ones. There was a study done a few years ago that said that we breed and train over 52 breeds in just Marion County alone.
Wow.
Now when HITS comes to town, we have over 100 breeds that are participating in that particular show that lasts.
So it's not one specific breed that's in HITS? You've got warm bloods?
You've got
all of them?
Tennessee Walkers, you've got warm bloods,
Wow.
you have thoroughbreds, you have various different, you have a lot of hunter ponies that the children are actually showing as well.
Julie, you talked about HITS, and I know that brings a lot of revenue here in town. Where is that located, and what about other venues? Where does equine competitors?
Well, HITS is brought to you by a farm called Post Time Farms,
Okay.
and they bring over $6 to $7 million just to the Marion County just to Marion County each and every year.
Okay.
So you had mentioned earlier that Ocala Marion County is deemed the horse capital of the world. So how did that come to be? How can we call ourselves the horse capital of the world, and who decides that?
The Chamber of Commerce is a place that decides that. They're a group, and it comes. We are one of 4 cities in America that have that title.
Is there anything specific about Marion County that makes it so good for horses
In
to be
our
raised
soil,
and
we
bred here?
have limestone, which is calcium,
Okay.
and it promotes growth and strength.
Like
in the
stronger
horses.
bones, more
and,
hooves,
and
that kind of
hooves.
thing. Oh, cool.
And now, Julie, you hit on something a little bit earlier with HITS about it bringing in $7 to $8 million a year. Now, of course, that's always, music to my ears, seeing what kind of revenues are coming into Marion County. So as a whole, I mean, we're talking, the horse industry is a big industry here. What type of money are we talking about, employment, things like that? How big really is the horse industry to Marion County?
It actually produces, it gives the economy over 40,000 jobs.
Wow.
Wow.
That's amazing.
So
That
that's a
is
huge
impressive.
factor in our economy here.
Definitely.
So what are some of the facilities, some of the larger facilities and locations that help support those jobs?
Okay. Ocala Breeder Sales, which is also known as OBS. They have the thoroughbred sale there. They have wagering, and everything there tends to go right around your thoroughbred
Okay.
farms and so forth. We have BG Equestrian Resort, which is new to the area. They have a lot of activities and stuff going on that promotes anything from trick riding to different equestrian sports and stuff out there as well, and other venues that they do.
I think we have the livestock pavilion maybe?
Oh, the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion
Yeah.
would be another one. They have a lot of barrel racing and rodeos and so forth there as well.
Oh, cool.
And
Very
then what's next to the Florida or to the BG Farms? Isn't there?
It's the Florida Horse Park, which they're doing a big renovation and expanding. They just got a grant,
Okay.
a beautiful indoor arena that they're putting up there, and there'll be other events and stuff there as
So
well.
we can expect to see rodeos and concerts and all that kind of stuff. at the
I
Florida-
think so, along with their trail rides that they have there right now as well.
And how does Horse and Pet get involved in like those types of events and activities at those different venues? Do you guys do articles on them, I'm sure?
Yes, we'd love for the community to tell us about anything that's going on in your area. You can always email me at horseandpet.com, and we would love to hear what you know about going on so that we can go out there and cover those events to you and bring them to you each and every week.
Cool. Well, we appreciate a little bit of the information there, Julie. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to hear from Dan Zimboski. Dan is the guy that talks about the events that are coming up and also shows you what us as a production company have been out doing the weekend prior. Stay tuned, and you'll hear from Dan. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here at Harvest Market in Ocala off 36th Avenue. Sam Robinson, my good friend, is the general manager here. He works for Eddie LaPuma, who's the owner. Eddie and Sam have both come up with some wonderful creations. Everybody on Facebook is sharing them. I came here today to check it out and see what you guys had to offer. Tell me what your best thing is. I want to try everything out that's really good.
We have the Mad Max burger, which is a 8-ounce burger. Comes with fresh jalapenos, pepper jack cheese, buffalo sauce on the burger, underneath the cheese, and with the jalapenos. Comes with lettuce, tomato, onion, and pickle on top of a fluffy dough bun with butter and garlic on as toast. And then also the other one is a turkey chipotle avocado club. That's on white Texas toast that we put on the panini press. That comes with the chipotle aioli, lettuce, tomato, avocado, bacon, orange blossom honey. It is so good.
Sam, my mouth is watering. You're just telling me about it right now. So, all right, so on a 12 o'clock afternoon, your place shows up. Everybody's busy as can be. They all want to know what's up with Harvest Market. So what we're going to go do now is we're going to go in there, we're going to go inside and check out what their best meal is. Follow us along. All right, gentlemen. All right, is this going to be good, Sammy?
I believe so.
All right, Mad Max. Here is the test.
That's good. That's really good.
I'm coming here tomorrow. You guys are open every day, aren't you?
Monday through Sunday.
Wow. Yeah, I'm coming back tomorrow. What's your special tomorrow?
Tomorrow our special is beef brisket, served as French dip.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me. And I'll tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow. For What's Up Ocala, I'm Joel Wiessner. You guys got to come check out Harvest Market. They do catering. They're open for lunch. They're also doing some very organic meals. Come check them out.
Thanks, Joel. Thanks for what's up media.
Thanks, Joel. I'm Dan Zimboski, and I bring you events happening in the 352 area code. Real quick, this last weekend was a busy one in the video production arena for us. Families and friends gathered at Westport High School for the 13th annual Marion County Student Media Festival. Over 24 community leaders helped present certificates and awards to the winning students. The Media Festival was an event not to be missed. It focused on celebrating and recognizing local students, amazing productions, and hard work all year long. This year, about 292 entries came from 23 different schools. A panel of industry experts judged all of the received entries, and the winners in each category will advance from the local level onto the statewide competition. The festival is put on solely by community donations and organized by local educators. We had a video shoot on Friday at BG Equestrian Resort to market their collection of properties around the world. BG Equestrian Resort marries all things equestrian with a passion for land preservation. Owner and founder Bobby Genovese is honored to share his country retreat with travelers worldwide. BG Equestrian offers guests, both human and equine, every comfort possible. The resort boasts a 10,000 square foot, 8-bedroom great house, while 6 luxurious cottages on the estate offer privacy and comfort. It's the perfect getaway for nature and horse lovers alike. May 24th and 25th, BG Equestrian Resort will be hosting the 2014 Spring Festival. The festival will feature bounce houses, face painting, food vendors, petting zoos, and more. We were right here at Silver Springs this Sunday, May 11th, to enjoy a wonderful Mother's Day brunch. Brunch was a buffet style with classical music for your enjoyment. Each mother received a free glass-bottom boat tour with 1 paid youth ticket. Again, happy Mother's Day, and thanks to all the mothers who came out. On Friday, we'll be at the Porsche dealership for the unveiling of their new car, the Macon S. It runs from 6 to 9 p.m., and the event, planned by Marion Events, will have cocktails, catering by Fresh Green Tomato Catering Company, music, raffles, and gifts. Come join us and be looking for the video from this event on next week's show. On Saturday, we'll be at the Appleton Museum. Come relax on the courtyard lawn and mingle with other young professionals and art lovers. Learn more about the museum's exciting young members group, The Studio. Join us on the museum's grass-covered courtyard for summer-inspired food, brews, and cocktails. Enjoy live art making and music by the Blue Jays Band. This event is free and open to the public, ages 21 to 39. Museum members and non-members welcome. Emerging Leaders of Ocala will be hosting their annual Masquerade Ball at Golden Ocala on May 30th. They have a big surprise they'll be sharing with everyone about some changes coming to the group. Guests are encouraged to wear a mask, but it is not required. ELO is an organization committed to providing young professionals of Ocala, Marion County with a forum for influence to understand community issues, develop leadership skills, give back to the community, and promote the growth of Ocala, Marion County. Part of growing and sustaining great companies is attracting and retaining great talent. ELO is currently looking for young professionals between the ages of 21 and 45 who are ready to be an active member and participate in their mission. So come out and join us at Golden Ocala on May 30th. For more information on any of these events, visit whatsupocala.com or download our mobile app, WhatsUp app, available for iPhone or Android users. And be sure to tune in next week where we'll show you footage from these events.
Well, thanks, Dan. That's pretty interesting to see what everybody's up to this past weekend, and we're also excited to hear about what's coming up next weekend. Stay tuned. We'll be back with you next week, this same time, same place at Silver Springs State Park. See you guys.
See ya.
See ya.